Chosen one, when God blesses you, tell no one. This is not a small instruction, and it is not something to pass over quickly, because what is being revealed right now is not ordinary. The wealth, the elevation, and the increase coming into your life is real. It is already set in motion, and it carries a purpose greater than what many around you can understand. This is precisely why God is warning you to guard it in silence, because not every ear is meant to hear what He is doing for you. And the moment you speak too soon, you expose what is sacred to people who do not carry your heart. Type Amen to affirm. God is not only speaking about money. He is speaking about increase, elevation, and a level of favor that will change how you live and how others see you. What is coming will not look ordinary, and it will not arrive in the way you expected, but it will be undeniable. You will know it is from God because it will arrive at precisely the right time when you have grown enough to carry it. But the instruction remains. Do not rush to announce it. Do not run to people for validation, because what God is doing in your life is not for display. It is for purpose. There are people around you who celebrate loudly but carry quiet jealousy, and they will not always show it openly. Some will smile while secretly hoping you do not rise as far as you are meant to. Others will question how you received what they could not. This is why wisdom calls you to move in silence, not in fear, but in protection. Silence is not weakness, it is a shield. When God blesses you, He also expects you to guard that blessing, not expose it to every voice and opinion before it has taken root. You have walked through seasons where you felt overlooked, where your efforts seemed unseen, and where your prayers felt delayed. God was there in every moment, shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for this very shift. The increase He is releasing is not just a reward, it is a responsibility, and you must carry it with humility and awareness. If you treat it lightly or carelessly, it can slip through your hands, but if you honor it, it will multiply. Type 1111 if you believe. The surprise God is speaking of will come in a way that catches even you off guard. It may come through an opportunity, a connection, or a door you did not expect to open. You will feel a sudden change, a lifting, a breakthrough that cannot be explained by human effort alone. This is because God is stepping into your situation in a way that shifts everything at once, not slowly, but decisively. But listen closely, because this is where many lose what they receive. They become excited. They begin to talk. They start sharing with people who do not carry the same spirit, and they open the door to confusion, doubt, and interference. God is telling you to remain quiet, not because you should hide in fear, but because you must protect what is still growing. Just as a seed is hidden beneath the soil before it becomes visible, your blessing must be guarded before it is fully established. You are chosen, and that means your path will not look like everyone else's. Others may not understand why you move the way you do, why you stay quiet when something good happens, or why you do not share every detail of your life. Let them wonder. Let them question. You are not living for their understanding. You are walking according to divine guidance. When God speaks to you, He expects you to listen, even when it goes against what feels natural. There will be moments when you feel the urge to tell someone, to celebrate loudly, or to seek approval. In those moments, remember this word and hold your peace. The blessing does not need announcement to be real, and it does not need recognition to grow. What God gives you will speak for itself in time, and when it does, it will be undeniable. God is not only bringing increase into your life, He is also removing the patterns that once held you back. The struggles that shaped you will no longer define you, and the limitations that once restricted you will begin to fall away. You will step into a new way of living, one that reflects His hand upon you. But with this change comes responsibility, and you must remain grounded in Him. Do not let pride enter your heart, and do not let comparison distract you. The moment you begin measuring yourself against others, you shift your focus away from what God is doing in you. Stay close to Him, stay in alignment with His voice, and everything He places in your hands will remain secure. The silence God is asking from you is not forever, it is for a season. There will come a time when what He has done in your life becomes visible, and it will inspire others in ways you cannot imagine. But that time is not now, and you must trust His timing more than your feelings. If you wait, if you remain patient, you will see why. He asked you to move this way. Right now, He is positioning you, aligning things behind the scenes, and preparing a path that will lead you into abundance. You may not see all the details yet, but you can feel that something is shifting. That feeling is not random, it is God's presence moving in your life, guiding you toward what He has already prepared. You must understand that when God increases you, He is also shifting your environment. Not everyone who walked with you in your season of struggle will walk with you in your season of elevation. This is not punishment, and it is not rejection, it is alignment. Some people were only meant to be part of your journey for a certain season, and if they remain too long, they can slow down what God is trying to accelerate in your life. Type 222 to receive blessings. There will be quiet separations that take place, moments where connections fade without conflict, and you may not fully understand why at first. Do not fight these changes, because they are guided by God's hand. He is removing what cannot grow with you, so that what He has planted within you can rise without resistance. When you hold on to what He is releasing, you create weight that was never meant to stay on your shoulders. You are stepping into a space where your decisions carry more impact, and your words carry more weight. That is why God is teaching you restraint, not to limit you, but to strengthen you. When you learn to hold your peace, you gain clarity. When you gain clarity, you move with precision. This is how you protect what God is building in your life, without even needing to explain yourself. There will be moments when others notice the change in you before they understand it. They will sense that something is different, that you are not responding the same way, that you are moving with a calm confidence they have not seen before. This is because God is working within you, shaping your mindset, your habits, and your perspective. You are not just receiving blessings, you are becoming someone who can sustain them. The wealth God is bringing is not only financial, it is also peace, wisdom, and stability. You will begin to notice that things which once troubled you no longer hold the same power. Situations that once drained you will begin to lose their grip, and you will move through life with a deeper sense of assurance. This is part of the transformation, and it is just as important as any material increase. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. You must also be aware that when your life begins to change, attention will follow. Some will come with genuine support, but others will come with hidden intentions. This is why your silence is your shield, and your discernment is your guide. You do not need to explain your journey to everyone, and you do not need to invite every voice into your space. There will be opportunities that present themselves, and not all of them will be from God. Some will look appealing, some will promise quick results, and some will try to pull you away from the path He has set. This is where you must slow down and listen for His voice. What God gives you will not confuse you, and it will not pressure you into rushing. He is teaching you to recognize the difference between what is good and what is genuinely meant for you. Not every open door leads to the place He has prepared. When you stay close to Him, you will feel the difference. There will also be a new level of discipline forming within you. You will begin to handle your resources differently, to think more carefully about your choices, and to act with intention rather than impulse. This is part of how God protects what He gives you. When you are disciplined, You do not waste what he places in your hands. There will be times when the process feels quiet, when nothing seems to be happening on the surface. Do not mistake this for delay, because God is still working. Some of the most important shifts happen in silence, where no one else can see them. This is where foundations are strengthened and where stability is built. Type 555 to affirm. You are not meant to struggle endlessly, and you are not meant to stay in cycles that drain you. The increase God is bringing is part of breaking those cycles, part of lifting you into a space where you can breathe, think clearly, and move forward without constant pressure. But God is also shaping your mindset, so that when the pressure is removed, you do not fall back into old habits. You are being renewed from within, not just changed on the outside. There will be moments when you look around and realize that your life no longer matches your past. The things that once felt normal will begin to feel distant, and the environment you once accepted will no longer fit you. This can feel uncomfortable at first, because change always brings a sense of unfamiliarity. But this discomfort is a sign that you are growing, that you are moving into something greater. Do not try to return to what God has already brought you out of. The old ways cannot hold the new level He is giving you. Type 1010, if you walk by faith. God is also teaching you to value what He gives you in a deeper way. When something comes easily, it can be taken for granted. But what God is placing in your life will carry weight and meaning. You will recognize its importance, and you will handle it with care. This awareness will protect you from waste, from careless decisions, and from influences that do not align with your path. There will be people who try to re-enter your life when they see your growth. They may come with kind words, with apologies, or with interest that was not there before. You must use discernment, not emotion, when you respond. Not every return is meant to be accepted, and not every connection is meant to be restored. Some doors were closed for a reason, and reopening them can bring back what God already removed. You are stepping into a level where your time, your energy, and your attention become more valuable. Protect these things, because they directly affect your direction. There will be a point where the shift becomes visible, where what God has been doing quietly begins to show outwardly. People will notice the difference, and they will begin to ask questions. You do not need to explain everything, and you do not need to respond to every curiosity. Let your life speak. Let your actions reflect what God has done. Silence will continue to be your strength, even when things become more visible. When you keep certain things between you and God, you create a space where He can continue to work without interruption. This space is sacred, and it must be protected. There will also be moments when you feel tested, even after receiving what God promised. These tests are not to take away your blessing, but to strengthen your ability to handle it. You may face situations that challenge your patience, your discipline, or your trust. In those moments, remember what God has already brought you through, and stand firm in what you know. He is with you in every stage, not just in the breakthrough, but in the maintenance of what follows. Type 1212 to claim miracles. The increase God is bringing will not only change your situation, it will change your capacity. You will begin to think bigger, to plan differently, and to see possibilities that once felt out of reach. This expansion is necessary because what God is placing in your life cannot fit into a limited mindset. You must grow with it, and He is guiding you through that growth step by step. There will be times when you are tempted to doubt, especially when things are quiet or when progress seems slow. In those moments, remember that silence does not mean absence. God is still working, still aligning, still preparing. Some of the most important parts of your journey are happening in ways you cannot measure or track. You are also being taught to trust your process, not just the outcome. The process is where you are shaped, where your strength is developed, and where your understanding deepens. If you rush past it, you miss what you need to carry what is coming. But if you embrace it, you become ready for what God has prepared. There will be a moment when everything begins to flow, when the effort you once struggled with becomes natural. You will move with clarity, make decisions with confidence, and handle situations with a calm that surprises even you. Doors that were once closed will open without struggle, and opportunities that seemed distant will come within reach. You will recognize this moment because it will feel right, not forced, and it will align with everything God has been preparing in you. Even in that moment, remain steady and quiet. Excitement can lead to exposure, and exposure can lead to interference. What is protected has time to grow, and what grows in the right conditions becomes strong. Type Amen to affirm. You will also begin to notice that your circle becomes smaller but more meaningful. The connections that remain will be those that align with your growth, those that support your direction, and those that carry sincerity. This is not loss, it is refinement. When your environment is right, your progress becomes smoother and your path becomes clearer. There may be moments when you feel alone in this process, but you are not alone. God is with you in every step, guiding you, correcting you, and strengthening you. God is also placing a deeper sense of responsibility within you. You will begin to think beyond yourself, to consider how your actions affect your future and the lives around you. This awareness will guide your decisions, and it will help you use what God gives you in a way that creates lasting impact. Not everything needs to be spoken, and not every detail needs to be revealed. What is between you and God must remain protected. You are being elevated not just in what you have, but in who you are. Your character, your mindset, and your approach to life are all changing. This is what allows you to handle what is coming without losing your balance. God is also bringing clarity to your purpose, helping you see not just where you are going, but why. This understanding will keep you focused even when distractions arise. When you know your direction, you are not easily pulled away. What God is building in your life is significant, and it will continue to grow as you move forward. You are not behind. You are right where you need to be, and everything is moving according to His plan. There are things He has already placed in motion that you cannot yet see, and they are moving toward you with precision. Every connection, every opportunity, every opening is being aligned in a way that fits your path perfectly. You may not understand the timing, but you will recognize the moment when it arrives. It will feel right, it will carry peace, and it will confirm everything God has been preparing within you. Type 333 to receive alignment. There will be a moment when you reflect on where you started, and you will see how far you have come. The growth, the strength, and the clarity you now carry are all signs of God's work in you. This reflection will not bring pride, but gratitude, because you will recognize that it was not by your strength alone. Stay grounded, stay aware, and stay connected to God. What is unfolding in your life is real, and it will continue to grow as you move forward in faith, in wisdom, and in the quiet confidence of someone who knows that their blessing is being protected by the one who gave it. Type 1111 inches. The comments. If you believe God is preparing something in your life right now, and share this with a chosen one who needs the wisdom to guard what God is building in their season of elevation.